morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you doing? Wish you all doing great. So today we're going to deal with Unit 10, Can I Call You Back? Units 7, 8, and 9 are cancelled. So we are moving to Unit 10 directly. So let's first get ready to listen and speak. How often do you use the telephone to do these things? To write your answer. Okay, so please read these expressions or incomplete sentences and try to decide if you do them often or sometimes or hardly ever. Okay, so arrange a meeting. Have you ever used the telephone to arrange a meeting? Even if it's a meeting with your friends. Deal with complaints. Take an order. Place an order. Find out information. Ask someone for help. Promote your company's service if you are working in a company, Apply for a job or answer customers' queries. Yes. So now let's try to write do or don't for each phrase below. These phrases, so let's read them and try to decide if we do them in our daily life or don't do them. Okay. So sound relaxed. Do, I guess. Eat while you speak. Don't. Actually, we're talking about formal telephone calls, not friend telephone calls, not informal, So you have to sound relaxed. You don't have, or you can't eat while you speak. Be polite. Do. Use the slang words. Don't. Speak quickly. Don't. Speak clearly, do. Rush the conversation, don't. Sound friendly, do. Speak naturally, do. Continue to walk while talking. What do you think? I think it is don't. Okay, so I think you don't have to continue to walk while talking because you will be busy with something else, so you are not going to have a full focus with the telephone call. Yes, so listening, making a call. So let's listen to listening 24 to 2 conversations and answer the questions. Okay, so let's listen together and try to answer the questions.
Recording 24. Conversation 1.
Hello, Smart Finance Limited.
Hello, this is Norman Silvers from Highgate Investments. Would it be possible to speak to Mr. Fredericks, please?
I'm afraid he's in meetings all morning.
I see. Will he be available this afternoon?
Yes, he should be free after lunch.
Could you ask him to call me? It's very important.
Certainly. Norman Silvers, wasn't it?
Yes, from Highgate Investments. He has my contact details.
Very good. I'll make sure he gets the message.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Okay, so what company is Norman Silvers from? Highgate Investment. Why can't he speak to Mr. Fredericks? He was busy. Yes. When should Mr. Frederick be free? After lunch? Yes. What message does he leave? Please tell him to contact me. So Norman Silvers wants Mr. Frederick to call him back. Yes, so let's listen to conversation 2.
Conversation 2.
Hello, accounts?
Hi, it's Charlie. I need to check some figures from the sales report. Is Sharon there?
No, she's out of the office at the moment.
Do you know when she'll be back?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, when she gets in, can you say I called?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
So let's answer the questions together. What department does Charlie call? Charlie asked for sales report, so I guess it is accounts department. Why does he ask to speak to Sharon? Because he wants to check up some figures in the sales reports. Why isn't Sharon available? Because she's out of the office. We hear that her colleague has told him. Okay. What message does he leave? He wants Sharon to call him back. Okay? Now let's move to listening 24. Listen again to conversation 1 and complete each expression you hear. So we are not going to answer questions like the exercise before. Now we are going to complete sentences or the expressions that we are going to hear again from conversation 1. So let's listen together and solve them together.
Recording 24. Conversation 1.
Hello, Smart Finance Limited.
Hello, this is Norman Silvers from Highgate Investments. Would it be possible to speak to Mr. Fredericks, please?
I'm afraid he's in meetings all morning.
I see. Will he be available this afternoon?
Yes, he should be free after lunch.
Could you ask him to call me? It's very important.
Certainly. Norman Silvers, wasn't it?
Yes, from Highgate Investments. He has my contact details.
Very good. I'll make sure he gets the message.
Thanks very much. Goodbye.
Okay, so hello, this is Norman Silvers. B, would it be possible to speak to Mr. Frederick, please? Will he be available this afternoon? Could you ask him to call me? Thanks very much. Goodbye. Okay, I think it's clear. You have to expect such questions in your final exam. Now match each expressions from A to E with a function from 1 to 5. So we have A to E expressions and we have functions from 1 to 5. Let's read them and try to match. Number 1, asking to speak to someone. B, which is, would it be possible to speak to Mr. Frederick, please? Ending a call. A, thanks very much, goodbye. Introducing yourself. A, hello, this is Norman Silvers. 4, leaving a message. Could you ask him to call me? Okay, D. 5, asking when someone will be available. It is say, will he be available this afternoon? Yes. Okay, so now let's move to the next exercise, which is also about listening to 24. Listen again to conversation 2, not conversation 1. Write suitable expressions for each function. Okay, so we are going to have functions from 1 to 5, and we are going to write down these suitable expressions like in the previous exercise. Introducing yourself. Okay, second function, asking to speak someone. Third function, asking when someone will be available. And fourth function, leaving a message. Fifth, ending a call. So let's listen and try to write down in your book. Or in your box, actually.
Conversation 2.
Hello, accounts?
Hi, it's Charlie. I need to check some figures from the sales report. Is Sharon there?
No, she's out of the office at the moment.
Do you know when she'll be back?
No, I'm afraid not.
Well, when she gets in, can you say I called?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay, so first, introducing yourself. He said, hi, it's Charlie. 2, asking to speak to someone. Is Sharon there? Okay. 3, asking when someone will be available. He asked her colleague when she'll be back. And also, as I remember, also for leaving a message. So he told her, when she's getting, can you say that I called? As I remember. And finally, ending a call, he said, thanks a lot, bye, I guess. Okay, so which is more formal, conversation 1 or 2? Please tell me on the chat model and tell me why, okay? Yes, so now let's move to focus on telephoning. Complete each sentence with a preposition. The use of prepositions is really deceiving. دائما يخدعنا. So most of all it is randomly done. So let's try to solve these sentences and try to choose or try to use the right preposition. Okay, so let's start. A. Please don't put me on hold. Very good. On hold. It is in front of you. He is not at his desk. Very good. At his desk. I'm afraid. Say, I'll call you when he gets in. Very good. When he gets in. Okay, so he's out. When he gets in, I'll call you. Call you. Okay, D. She is in a meeting. Very good. She is in a meeting. A. If I am solving too fast, so please try to pause the video and check your knowledge or information. Will we reach A? I'll put you right away. I'll put you through right away. I'll put you through right away. I mean, when somebody is trying to reach someone and you are going to call him, so you are going to give him the telephone and say, I'll put you through right away. Or just to exchange the telephone call to another phone. If she's on another call, if you receive the question, where is someone, for example, where is Sharon, you can answer, she is on another call. So she's calling somebody now. G, it is lovely to hear from you, of course. H, can I call you back? Very good. Can I call you back? Okay, so now let's move to making calls successfully. Speaking strategy is leaving a message. So the speaking strategy that is used here is to leave a message before end up a call. When the person you want to speak to is not available at this time or at the right time or at the time that you call in, you can leave a message. Number the step below or the steps below from A to F in the order from 1 to 6. Okay, so we have steps from A to F and we are going to arrange them into order from 1 to 6. So it is solved in front of you. See, introduce yourself. So first, in a call, you are going to introduce yourself. Second, you are going to A, ask to speak to the person you want, and then you're going to move to D, I think, ask when the person will be available, when he's going to be available, if he's not, of course, and then 4, leave a message. You are going, in this step 4, you are going to leave a message. Then 5, repeat your name and company in order to for the second person to be aware of you. In case if the receiver of the call didn't recognize your name or didn't know you. Okay, and finally end the call. So by the end or the last step, which is the 6th one, you are going to end the call. These are the steps of a formal call, of course. So now let's move to speak up to. Let's listen to listening 25. Imagine you work for Sun Towers International. You phone an important client at Richmond Travel Ltd. Use the ideas below to have a formal conversation with the receptionist and leave a message. Okay, so imagine that you work in a big company. Let us say, for example, it is the Sun Towers International, okay, and you phone an important client at Richmond Travel Ltd. So you are going to be so formal. So here are some ideas for you in order to make a situation. For example, A, you are your name, then from Sun Towers International. And you want to speak to Catherine Simons. So you want to speak to Catherine Simons. For example, you hear, hello, Richmond Travel Ltd. A. You say, "Hello, this is Sarah from Sun Towers International. Would it be possible to speak with Catherine Simons, please?" Okay, you can use your name, of course. So let's move to be available this afternoon. Yes, so we are going to complete the conversation and asking about if Catherine Simons going to be available this afternoon after you hear, for example, "No, I'm afraid she is out of the office right now." So you are going to say, for example, "Would she be available this afternoon?" Or you can say also, "Is she going to be available this afternoon?" You can use your style, of course. Say, "Can she call you ASAP?" Yani as soon as possible. Okay. For example, this is a message, I guess. So, for example, you would hear, "Actually, I don't know when she is going to be available." So you would say, "Oh, could you ask her to call me as soon as possible, please?" So then she's going to tell you, "Sure, but would you please repeat your name if you don't mind?" So here you are going to say your name and your company, and also you have to give out your telephone number or your mobile number. Okay, so end the call. So try to write down an answers for what are you going to say for D and E. And if you'd like to make a conversation for what you're going to hear and what you are going to say, I'm going to be more than pleased to hear from you on Telegram as voices or on the model as text. Okay, so now let's move to Speak Up 3. Imagine we are going to listen to Listening 26. So imagine you phone the personal department in your company, but the person you want to speak to is not available. Use the ideas below to have an informal conversation with another colleague and leave a message. This is the same as the previous exercise, so you are going to use the ideas from A to E and to make conversation what you are going to hear and what are you going to say. And the difference here is the let's say the person you want to speak to is not available. Put that in your mind. So he is not or she is not available. Okay, I'm going to leave this for you guys. I'm going to play the recording, the listening 26. So listen and try to make conversation, please. Let's listen together.
Fine. Recording 26.
Hello, personnel?
A.
No, she's out of the office at the moment.
B.
She should be in after 2, I think.
C.
Sure, no problem.
D.
344. Okay, got it.
E.
Bye.
Okay, so these what you may hear from A to E. Try to write down what you may say, and or have a conversation with the with this recording 26. Okay, and of course you can send me the conversations as texts on the model or as voices on the Telegram, on the group of the Telegram. Learning tip. Before you make an important call, it is a good idea to make a list of the points you want to raise. Make sure you have all the information you need. So before starting to call somebody, especially if it's formal and important call, so try to write down the points that you want to talk about, so you will have all the information around you. Have a pen and some paper ready in case you need to make notes. So you can use paper and a pen if you in case that you need, because sometimes the one that you are calling is trying to give you a number or some details, so you have to prepare pen and paper in case that you are going to receive some informations or some let's say details. Okay, so did you know using the phone effectively is a valuable skill? Some small companies even employ professional agencies to deal with all their telephone calls. So even if they are small companies, they are employing professional agencies to deal with their calls. Surveys show that people respond more positively to someone with good telephone manners. So I guess all of us have to have good telephone manners because we will need them, or we will need this kind of skill in our future or in our life in general. So this is all for our lecture for tonight. Thanks for your listening and thank you for your time. See you on next lectures. Goodbye.